Hello, every pony. Bad start. um, okay, so I feel like I have to explain a little bit of stuff with. Oh my god, I should not have put it on this side of the screen at all. Okay, now I can actually read the chat. So, oh, fuck. Where am I? Oh my god. I'm good at this, okay? I promise. I know what I'm doing. Okay, so hi. I was originally, for those of you that do not follow my youtube.com, how did you get here? But like more importantly, on YouTube, I put like, okay, so this stream is probably going to be either a what was it? A script writing stream for my next video, or a crossword design stream. Be the most interesting thing that anyone could possibly stream. But I fucked up and realized that my crossword was like, okay, so I wasn't realizing that my crossword was done. I woke up covered in like fucking hand sanitizer like Danny DeVito, wanting to purify himself, and realized that, oh, this is like basically done. And I finished it in a night. I was like, okay, so plan B is out the window, but that's fine, I still got plan A. And then the same thing happened the next night where my stream, or my script was basically like 90% done. I'm like, okay, so these are both useless. So panic backup. It's gonna be Case of the Golden Idol. I'm not gonna spoil it because I know that not everyone has played it, but if you haven't, honestly, you should, because in my opinion, it is like one of, if not the best detective game made like the past decade. I know some people would probably say that belongs to Obra Dinn, which is definitely well deserved. But I just like Case of the Golden Idol a little bit more. I don't know. I don't feel like Obra Dinn is a little too open-ended to me, and I think that's probably why I don't like it as much. But Case of the Golden Idol is still great. I'm making my own detective game, so I want to... Excuse me, let's restart this. I want to go over it again and just try to put it over with a fine-tooth comb to figure out what I liked so much about it, and hopefully learn how to make a better game through it. And hopefully you guys will also learn a couple of game design stuff. I have a not an interview, a meeting with our producer about this game design concept I came up with for our site. I'm very scared. So hopefully this will loosen me up a little bit too. Okay, so 2 bags filled with coins and gems. Yeah, this is less a playing for... I mean, it's still fun for me. I'm a weirdo. I love analyzing stuff, obviously. But this is meant to be less playing for fun and more just playing to analyze and pick it apart. Just to try to figure out what works about it and what doesn't. So it's a tobacco pouch and a pipe cleaner. A bag of medical instruments and some medicine. Golden statue with a red stone and a bag full with coins and gems. So... this one belongs to a doctor who took the idol, and because obviously it's the doctor because he has a medicine. But he took the idol, and both of them have gems, but he has a little bit more than he does. So he might have gotten the idol as a result of like jealousy, or like he's like, well, you took all this extra money, so to make it fair, I'll be taking the idol. Maybe. I knew what you were plotting, you snake! Okay. So he's got a pipe and a dagger. I remember at one point when I was playing this game, like I've played this game already, but I'm going to keep it spoiler free. I remember when I was playing this game initially, I kind of like, you reach a point, weirdly enough. I mean, I bet it's intentional, but you do reach a point where you kind of ignore the weapons that everyone's carrying because everyone has a weapon. And if it's not covered in blood or obviously damaged, then you kind of just stop registering it. So when it does matter, it's like, oh shit. I'm glad that my osmosis has somehow managed to absorb that. Okay, so January 5th, 1742, both parties agreed to these terms for the expedition to Monkey Paw Island. Albert Cloudsley has rights to 2/3 of all valuables for funding the expedition. Oberon Geller has rights to 1/3 of all valuables and any golden statues found. for providing the map to the expedition site. Dr. Oberon Geller and Esquire Albert Cloudesley. So Oberon's the doctor, and he's the one with the idol, and because he gets the last third, and any golden statues found. Okay, so yeah, this is definitely Albert's, and this is oh no, this is Oberon's, and this one's Albert's. Oberon took the idol because it's what was agreed upon. So what does he mean by plotting? Because what could he be plotting when he took what belonged to, like, what was already agreed upon at the time? Both parties agreed to this. Okay, January 5th, 1742. Both parties agreed to these terms for the expedition to Monkey Paw Island. Albert Cloudesley has right to 2/3 of all valuables for funding the expedition. Oberon Geller has rights to 1/3 of all valuables and any golden statues found for providing the map to the expedition site. Okay. So, yeah, they got the same letter. They got the same prenup, I guess, for lack of a better word. This clue's been added to thinking panel. So the thinking panel is something that I think is really cool. Like, it's kind of like a note-taking, like a note-taking thing. So, like, he has a scalpel and some medicine on him, so we can deduce that he's the doctor that they're talking about. And since there's only 2 people here, then Albert Cloudesley has to be the other one. God, I love this game. I love this game so much. Because I'm very dumb, and I don't think I caught on to that when I was first playing the demo. I'm just like, oh, the story and the presentation's really cool, and I like the way that the game feels, so let's do a little bit more. So we got Horn of Finger, Ruins of Xenopolis, the Horn of Thumb, and the Bay of Shadows. And when it lights screen, that means we've got all the clues we possibly can, and now we can make our deductions. You can't really see it because I couldn't figure out a way to incorporate it naturally, but I do have a notepad, window opened up to just try and tell myself, what did I learn about this game while I was playing it? But I might just go over the VOD later and just record what I saw. But like, feedback when all clues have been found, because my game doesn't really have that. I have like a game design document, but I kind of like barely touch it. Well, yeah, I mean, that's actually pretty par for the course when it comes to game design. Like, do not touch, like, you might have it, but who cares? Okay, so this is 2 islands that you can see off the shore. So I think it's the Horn of Thumb? Okay. Wait, no, that's the Horn of Thumb. And this must be, like, either the Horn of Finger or the Ruins of Xenopolis. Right? Because you can only see 2. Right. If it was Horn of Thumb, it'd probably be, like, right here. Horn of Finger. Trying to figure out what would make this view make sense. I'll try Horn of Finger, and if that doesn't work, then I guess we'll just play the, yeah, okay. Let's play the classic game of, wait. Oh, right, okay, so, or is it Bay of Shadows? Because that looks like 1 island to me, not 2. You wouldn't be able to tell that I, played this recently because I have the memory of a goldfish and it is showing. No, it's like the Ruins of Xenopolis. Oh my god, why am I so stupid? Okay, I thought the Horn of Thumb was these 2, not this little island and the nipple over here, but that makes more sense. So, Albert Cloudesley pushed Oberon Geller from a cliff in the Horn of Thumb on Monkey Paw Island. While Dr. Oberon Geller was surveying the poor weather with his looking glass, his expedition partner Albert Cloudesley, Esquire, suddenly pushed him off a cliff. Okay, cool. So return to the scenario. Like, there are a total of, that must have been a bug. There are a handful of chapters in this game. And each one has 3 mysteries. They're kind of like, well, I mean, it said chapters, but Constellation's family, the untimely passing of rural gentlemen. But yeah, I feel like me looking at this game, I usually just focus on, like, the story when I'm looking at it, because the story of it is so good. So, Lead Poisoning by Henry Clover, classic, that's my favorite author. And the weird mask over Excuse me. As a thinking panel. Woodshire, Crow Tower, and Blackfield. Blackfield has the river, so it's probably where we're at. August 23rd is what today is. I assume that's important. Sebastian Cloudsley, or I read one before the other. Spontaneous combustion. I, Sebastian Cloudsley, will share my humble contribution to the science of anatomy and chemistry. August 22nd. This is 3 days before. Noon, woke up. Oh god, to wake up at noon. I woke up at noon earlier. I actually woke up at noon yesterday because I experienced a catastrophe. So I am a very ill person. I do not have a very strong body. It is put together with duct tape and spit. But I was what was I doing? Oh yeah, so I'm on a new medication and it gives me really bad insomnia. And my doctor was like, here, take these sleeping pills, like a normal person would. And I took the sleeping pills, and I have nasal polyps, so that's little growths inside of your nostrils, which usually just flare up with allergies. If I get a dust, a ghoul, I have a really bad dust allergy, so if I get an inhale of it, it's okay, cool, my polyps are flaring up. But I also have chronic sinusitis, so I always have some kind of phlegm in the back of my throat. So the side effects to this medication include stuffy nose, and the stuffy nose flared up my polyps on both nostrils. Usually it's just one. This time it was both, and I died. I couldn't fucking breathe in my sleep. So night two, I was like, okay, so let's try Benadryl, because Benadryl will obviously help me sleep, and it'll not cause me congestion. I would have taken Benadryl and the sleeping meds, but online they're don't do that. That's a pretty bad idea. So I just took the Benadryl, went to bed, and then woke up in the middle of the night just I literally woke up basically because I was choking on my own phlegm so hard. So I'm gonna go to an ENT to see what's up with my throat and my phlegm, because I just thought it was a normal thing because I've had it for so long. So I'm like, I should probably just get that fixed. Anyways, less gross shit to talk about. Someone's murder. Okay, woke up, beautiful day, washed and dressed in my dining attire, had a beautiful roast duck for lunch, 1600. I gotta hate military time. So this is 2, this is 4. Changed to my hunting attire. Rode to hunt badgers. Had no luck today. Why would you... Badgers of all things. Those don't have meat on them, do they? I don't think that badgers are gonna have any kind of sustenance to them. That's just objectively a terrible choice. Okay, change my researching attire at 6 o'clock. Changed to my dining attire at 7 o'clock. Had a tasty beef loin for supper. Okay. Fucking Victorian England or whatever, am I right? 22:30, filled in my diary and went to bed to continue reading for my research. I guess this is Sebastian Cloudsley? Oh wait, we should probably click on him first. This is an add to the thinking panel. A ring with a ruby. I'm not gonna say anything, but I'm taking notes. Okay, so that's done. This man is not breathing. His head is badly wounded. A yacht is slowly floating in the river. Horse! Valentine, your horse. I was reminded of that comic recently, Darling, Your Horse. Quite a big fan of that, to be perfectly honest. So yeah, that's the only guy in here, so I guess it's Sebastian. What am I missing? Oh, this includes an add to thinking panel. Okay. Is there even any... Oh, okay. So that, I think, is a sextant or something. So that must be his research attire. And this is obviously dining attire because he has food with it. and this is hunting attire. When a scroll is completely filled in, words can be dragged directly from the slots. Yeah, I figured that out last time. John Doe, thank you. Okay, so Sebastian Cloudsley. Lord of... Yeah, it's Blackfield. Okay. I wonder what these little guys are. Okay. Interesting. Blackfield passed away in his bed. The cause of death was a head wound, which occurred when he fell from... He's wearing his hunting attire, so probably his horse. Well, he was hunting. Yay! Okay, while the Lord of Blackfield was hunting, his horse threw him off, and he suffered a deadly wound to the head. I forgot how simple these first ones are, because, oh my god, it gets so complicated later. We have a cutscene. Oh, it's his funeral, that makes sense. I don't know why I was like, why the fuck is this bitch in black? Tragic. He was... You know what? 53, for that time, genuinely impressive. He lasted quite a long time. Chapter 1, Complications of the Family. The dramatic departure of an outsider. Okay, this is when it starts getting goofy. This is when it starts getting good. So this person has a brush and a scorched knife. I assume because he's on fire is the thing. Spare me, devil, I was simply following orders. Astonishing Monkey Man, property of the Pear Brothers. It's an A on his knife. I assume his name starts with the letter A. What in the blazes? August Jockey Club Derby, Race 3, win Raging Sultan, place show, wager 35 pounds. Now, if it's all the same to you, I will take my leave. Spontaneous combustion. To perform the trick, you must first cast a freezing spell. The sacred glyphs for the combustion on the idol. So it's like an upside down J, O, and then like a house, sort of. Yep. Sure is what it is! Ring with the... There's so many... I wonder what that ring with the ruby is all about. 1 pound, 2 shillings, and 2 pence. Interesting. Alright, Dracula sounding ass. This game isn't voiced, I just made that up. Prepare for the carriage for tomorrow, we're going to visit my nephew. Ash Blair, finest tobacco. A saddlebag with the EC. EC, okay. Dagger, 2 shillings and a penny. I wonder if the money's gonna matter. Stable Rhoda for Adam and James. Horse grooming and stable cleaning Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And do it properly, you lazy oafs. Fucking people treated their servants like shit. I mean, people probably still do, but these days, but... I did know some bitch in high school that was so rich, her house had a servant's quarters in it. It wasn't like she had a servant in there, but the fact that the quarters even exist, like your house is fucking massive. Dear Edmund, it has reached my attention that you are seeking a capable new servant. I have just the man for you. David Gorin is an experienced coachman with a diverse set of talents that I am sure you will find very useful. If you are displeased with his services, do not hesitate to let me know. Yours, Theo. A stiletto blade and a London Gazetteer. It says it's Monday. Okay. And this guy's probably Edmund Cloudsley. And I think this guy had an A on it, so it's like Adam. And it said... Property of the Pear Brothers. Okay, so he is Adam Pear. What is this? I think I saw that symbol on the map before. Okay, so Monday, James is a grooming, and Adam is stable cleaning. Okay. So... This guy had the brush on him, so this is probably James. James Pear. Unexpected turn of events. This guy has the Edmund Cloudsley thing. This guy's probably David, because he also has the EC here. Alright. David Gorin. Very cool, very fun. Oh, okay, those are like, what is it? Insignias or seals or whatever for the different families. Etika. Fat Lord Pair Twins. My apologies. He can be so bad here sometimes. This good bitch is rich as hell. 4 pounds. An ornamented Qatar blade. What is a Qatar blade? Okay, I'm sorry to... Well, I've gotten better at not accidentally doxing myself. Qatar, do you mean the country Qatar? I wish. Type of push dagger from the Indian subcontinent. The weapon is characterized by its 8-shaped horizontal hand grip, which results in the blade sitting above the user's knuckles. That is a really fancy thing to have for some, white chick. Okay, cool, awesome, fantastic. I wonder if that, I don't remember if that's useful. Something that also like really bothered me about Return of the Obra Dinn is that it relied a little bit on you just having general knowledge outside of the game. Like, as an example, I'm just gonna do one. I'm not gonna spoil the rest of the game because that game is totally worth it to go in blind. But one thing that I specifically remembered about it that made me really mad is that one of the clues for one of the guys was like he's a Dane, and I didn't understand what that meant. I didn't realize that it meant Danish because I'm an idiot. But you know, I shouldn't have to go out of my way to, like, all the hints should be in the game itself. That's part of why I like this game a little bit more, is that like you have all the information like in the game laid out for you. You don't have to go out of the game to figure shit out. Nicholas Maker is an attorney. My apologies, you can so bad here sometimes. She's got the Shamal Bot. She's really into India. She's really interested in Indian culture. I would not have expected one of your family to treat a legal document in such way. I am appalled. A ring with a ruby, 2 shillings. This ring must be important, or else it wouldn't be in everyone's fucking thing. Okay. Rose, Sebastian, Edmund, Williard Wright, Peter Batley. Reading of the Last Will and Testament of Sebastian Cloudsley, September 7th, 1786. Okay, I thought it's marked it as not read for some reason, because it's not in red, that's why. Okay, Aphorisms by Sebastian Cloudsley. How to be happy. Eat a hearty meal every day and do not waste your time on trivialities. How to avoid being upset. Strive for that which holds meaning and do not shrink from responsibility. How to be inspired. Take a walk in your forest and breathe the fresh air. How to avoid being scared. Feeling scared is a weakness. Be strong instead. That's the ultimate, like, fucking... Have you considered not being depressed? Oh, God. I'm, like, not over still either the fact that they called people, like, morons and imbeciles in, like, official, like, medical documents back in the day. TM. August Jockey, Club Derby, Race 6, wins, Spinning Jenny, wager 50 pounds. Okay, is that like the same race as this one? No, okay. Dear Peter Batley, we have sent to you frequent reminders concerning the settlement of your debt, and yet, to date, the debt remains unpaid. We humbly request that you make your payments as soon as possible, or we will be forced to take the matter into our own hands. The debt currently stands at 255 pounds. Excuse me, fuck. So this guy had the fucking horse betting, so he's probably Peter Batley. Oh yeah, and this one's Nicholas Maker. I'm just gonna have to say that she's Rose Kubert because she's the only girl left. And we know what Sebastian looks like, so this has to be Williard Wright. Yay! Okay. Wait. See how it gets so complicated, so... I think it does a good job easing you into it. Dear Williard Wright and Rose Kubert. Just close my eyes and thinking again. Okay. I want you to put your sharp mind to better use than mere politics. Therefore, I bequeath to you the notes from the research I have undertaken on astronomy. I grant you leave to finish and publish it under both our names. Okay? I bequeath to you the gold idol of Xenopolis. You will know what to do with it. I, Sebastian Cloudsley of Blackfield County, being in bodily health and of sound and disposing mind and memory, nominate and appoint Nicholas Maker as executor of my last will and testament. Excuse me. We met so rarely after you left for colonies, therefore I bequeath to you the Blackfield Manor, my savings, land, and manor house. Come home and establish a museum of my life and accomplishments. Whatever, dude. My late sister, your mother, financial troubles to me, long disclosed year. Oh my god, this one's harder to read. This is so hard to read in comparison to the other one. I bequeath to you for compilation of my aphorisms to provide the direction in your life which you so clearly lack. Okay, so everyone, I'm assuming that the financial troubles are Peter, because everyone hates him. Peter! I should not be doing that with so much phlegm in my throat. So, this one just has Albert, Mary, Edmund, Rose, Sebastian, Beatrix, who apparently is completely irrelevant. So it's just going to be Peter, Rose, Edmund, and Williard. So that's all that matters to this. But we got Peter. Peter! We just need to figure out Rose, Edmund, and Williard. Williard, I think he had the idol, didn't he? Yeah, he's holding it, so I'm assuming that that's him. Just need to figure out these two. Bequeath to you my savings, land in the Blackfield Manor house. Come home and establish a museum of my life and accomplishments. I want you to put your sharp mind to... I wish I could, like, actually read what he's holding. Disclosed your financial chart long ago. Here's your compilation of my aphorisms. Yeah, okay, so Peter just got... Peter got the stop being depressed speech. Everyone's favorite meal. Okay. I'm like, I think that it's her that has the bequeath you my savings, land in the Blackfield Manor house, but like literally the only reason, like, is there any clues for that? Because, like, also part of me is like process of elimination, because I think that the newspaper, yeah, is speech stirs Parliament. Because, like, so he'd obviously be the political person. But, like, is hers just process of elimination? That kind of sucks. I thought that... Something that I remember thinking was really interesting about watching someone else play this is that, generally speaking, there's at least 2 places that you can figure out information. Like, this Monday horse grooming stable cleaning thing. I figured it out from the London Gazetteer, and my friend, when I watched him play, got it from somewhere else. I don't remember where it was, though. Let me see. Oh, you see the faint J on there, too. Cool. See what I mean? Like, there's multiple places to look for it. Like, you can either, like, refer to the schedule, or you can, like, just look at what they have on their thing. That's a J. That's an A. Pair brothers, very easy to decipher that. There's the Gazetteer saying that it's Monday for him, and then what was the other one? The other thing that made me be like, okay, yeah, that's how you figure it out. It might just have been that Monday thing. No, it might have just been like those A and J's on the... Either way, you get 2 different ways to figure out their identities, and I just think that's really cool. There's like... I guess this one is not the best example of like, oh yeah, this is how you figure it out. In terms of having multiple ways to do it. But generally speaking, there's at least 2 ways to figure it out for like a lot of different stuff, which I thought was a really cool and smart thing to do. But yeah, politics, Edmund Cloudsley, because he is he has that, and Rose plots of elimination. Okay, so blank was blank to receive blank in blank's will, and ordered blank and blank to take the blank from blank. Suddenly, blank died from blank. Okay, so we know that James Pear is the one that died, and it was from spontaneous combustion. That one is pretty obvious. So I assume that it's like this guy was pissed because he got like nothing. Everyone else got things of value. Like this, he got like a bunch of research notes that could potentially make him a shit ton of money, because he had so much of an interest in astronomy. The savings obviously has a shit ton of money in there. The golden, he just got it. It's like a secret code between the two of them. They both have those rings. We'll probably figure out something about that later. And he didn't get shit. So Peter Batley was upset to receive aphorisms in Sebastian Cloudsley's will, and ordered blank and blank to take the blank from blank. Does anyone have something that doesn't make sense for them to have? He has tobacco, he has a saddlebag, he has 2 shillings and a penny, and what was he supposed to do again? Just a new servant, coachman. Okay, so he's probably fine. All this stuff makes sense. I mean, he has a dagger, but like I said, most people in this have... Look, he has a stiletto blade. Peter's the weird one for not having a fucking weapon, honestly, because even these guys technically have they have knives. I would consider the golden idol in this specific situation a weapon. Literally the only ones that don't have a weapon are him and Nicholas, which is really weird. So everyone's ready to... It's like Knives Out. It's like everyone's ready to kill. Okay, so Peter Batley was upset to receive aphorisms in Sebastian Cloudsley's will, and ordered... blank and blank to take the blank from blank. I can only assume it's either research or idol. Take the research from Edmund Cloudsley. What? No, I was about to say, did they get everything right away? Like, yes, they did. Why is it zoomed in? Why do I keep... Oh, it's... Wait, I didn't realize you could do that! Oh, that's actually really cool. But I can only do it in the middle. I'm using my mouse scroll wheel to zoom in. I did not realize that was a thing until now. Very cool, but weird that it's only on the middle of the fucking screen. Well, I can bring it out a little bit, but not enough. I guess it's good if you want to get in the little details on this, like the fact that the pictures look like they've been taken out relatively recently, but I'm assuming that... I have no idea. I was about to say this is Sebastian's house. Like, this doesn't look like Sebastian's house did before. There was notably a lake. And we're also by the stables. This is probably Edmund's place, honestly, but it has that seal. No, it's Peter's place. Peter. I can't help it every time I gotta. So yeah, I guess that also makes sense for Peter to be... I mean, it's already like shitty that you need money and your family's just giving you like a bunch of get good cards. And what is it? What was the other thing? Yeah, it's even worse that it's in your own house. Like, that is just rude and insulting as hell. I would be furious. Ordered... Is it the Pear Twins? Maybe? Do they have a letter on him or anything? Any evidence to show that he talked to them? Not really. But he's the one standing with them. So maybe it is Adam and James. No. I'm actually pretty confident about Adam and James, so I'm not going to change that one out. But, now, if it's all the same to you, I will take my leave. Implying they probably had a fight over the idol, maybe, and then he's just like, well, if you think you can take, okay, yeah, I think that's it. Let's try the idol. Yes. Peter Batley, encumbered by his gambling debts, had placed high hopes on his uncle's testament. Upon discovering he had inherited nothing but a book of aphorisms, he tore up the will and ordered his servants to take the golden statue from the stranger Willard. Suddenly, one of the servants burst into flames. I wonder why. Okay, so now we're up to Chapter 2 with the Cursed Inheritance, the murder at the Little Mermaid. I love Under the Sea. Oh, it sucks. It's quite bad. Did they have... I'm noticing the two R's. Like, did they say red rum, but they ran out of blood? But... bad joke. Oh no! I think this is giving me trying to write red rum, but like I wrote the rum first and then the R, and then it's like trying to put the teeny little letters in between. Because this looks like it could have been rum in the past. Yeah, I love this. Murder is fun. Walking cane, ring with the ruby. The man is not breathing. He has been stabbed many times in the liver. It looks like... I don't know, I'm not a doctor. Okay. Box. Music box, I see. To my dear Maurice. The watch is ticking. Okay. So this is probably Maurice, right? It has to be. Why else would he have that? Unless he's gay or something. Okay. Dear proud Beastmaster, I have attended our departed brother's send-off and accepted the keepsake that he bestowed upon our brotherhood in his will. I shall send this letter tomorrow, September 10. I hope it will reach you without delay. Already it is midnight. I will retire to my bed, for this has been a long day. May the griffin awaken, proud beast initiate. Puts down more notes cutely. Let's see. So, first writing. Okay, so I guess I can say it without... I won't be direct, I'll be as vague as possible, but there is a twist that I'm realizing now was foreshadowed extremely well. Like, oh my god. Now that I've played all the way through and I'm playing it again, it's like, oh. I should have seen that coming. A washing bowl filled with slightly bloody water. So, accepted the keepsake that he bestowed. It was... Hold on, let me double check. Our brother... So after the funeral for Sebastian, he accepted the keepsake. So it's... Actually, it's not Maurice. The fuck is Maurice? It's probably Williard. Because he's the one that got it. Trapdoor in the ceiling. A door that does not open. An empty bed, not warm. A window. Why did that bugger give me a note when he knows damn well I can't read? Sheer. Piece of stale bread. What is his deal? He's a scary man. You can lie low for a couple of days in the old horseman's place down at the docks. Oh my god, it's so unfortunate. I should... Hold on, the broken window. I probably should have paid more attention to that. I've noticed that I'm extremely good at ignoring open windows and broken windows in games. It just happens a lot. Alarm, alarm, break in. Watchman number 2, Henry Parker. Did they have to... Wait, did they have to carry shit around back in the day with, like, their names on it? And just say what their occupation was? That's interesting. I hope that's real. I'm not gonna look that up because I know I don't need it in order to solve the mystery, but... Trapdoor in the seal... I bet that... Okay, so that probably just goes to an attic. They could probably have access to the other room with that. Oh my god, I love the music in this game so much. Amazing Evans musical performance. He's playing the whatever this is. So I'm gonna assume that's Evans over here. Oh wait, that's probably put Henry Parker's name right there. Ada. Robert Redruth, escaped convict, reward 50 pounds. This looks like him. I'll accept that. I'm sorry. I keep realizing things as I play. I'm trying to keep quiet about this stuff, though. Green has had 4 glasses of wine. Briage had 3 glasses of wine, and Blair's only had 1 glass of wine. I started by last name. Fucked up. Where'd that blasted boy go? I really needed to piss this poor man. A knife. He's cutting a lemon. He's got all the keys. Dear Oscar Boynton, it has come to our attention that the good owner of the Little Mermaid offers services to those who want to transfer products that are less agreeable to the authorities. Interesting. I will come by in 3 days. If you still have some spare space in your gin barrels and you're willing to earn extra money, reach out to me. Okay, so this is probably Oscar Boynton. I hope so. Or else he's in big trouble, because he's not a cop. He's just a guy. Okay, so Williard Wright, I was right. Williard Wright is in one room. Ash Blair's in the... Ash Blair is probably the guy that killed Williard, because he's the one with the trapdoor in the ceiling. So Williard Wright will go over here. Tell me, what does that man have that I lack? Hand of cards, 7 pence, a key. Okay, that's another thing that I'm talking... Okay, yeah. Multiple ways to find out the answer to something. Like, at least 2. So, I deduced it from this letter that's, like, departed brother. That's obviously Sebastian. And the keepsake's obviously the idol. And Williard had it in the last chapter. So, that's how I found it out. However, another way that you can find it out is by looking at this and see Dandelion Room, Forget-Me-Not Room, Dandelion here to show that it's a Dandelion room, and Forget-Me-Not here to show that it's over here. And again, you don't have to go out of the game to figure it out. Everyone knows what a Dandelion looks like, so obviously this must be a Forget-Me-Not. Really, really nice. Really love those extra details to figure out how to answer questions and shit. Okay, oh mother, forgive me. I will never gamble with something so dear to me again. I mean, there's also some that's just, like, blatantly obvious and there's no reason to do any more than one. Like, this is what that guy looked like. And it said Lilo in his letter, so it makes sense. This one, he obviously has a letter addressed to him. So, like, obviously with the ones that's like, well, you don't really need to do another one, then it makes sense not to do it. But still, I would have liked another hint at Rose having that inheritance money. Okay. Just steal the next one. It's all luck anyway. That looks like David. Like, it's just David. Like, it looks exactly like him. Okay, so remember, you as an agent of our trading company have to reflect its values to the fullest. Never be late. The client leaves the port on the 10th. That's today, isn't it? No, it's the 8th, so in a couple days. Be persuasive. Do not take no for an answer. We must get the client's product. Be effective. Once you have the product, deliver it to me immediately with the servant boy. Most importantly, no matter what you do, be mindful of our reputation. Our names must remain spotless. Fuck, excuse me. Jesus Christ. Be calm, John. He was a perfect gentleman. He brought me a drink and then retired upstairs. To Annie, you are beautiful like a rose. For you, I will always take blows. Annie, you are like a glass of wine. Your hair is very fine. I will find a gold in a mine if that makes you forever mine. Your piglet full of bars. It's the ugliest poem I've ever read in my life. Oh my god, it had no rhythm. Oh, fuck, we already have everything. I haven't even looked at everyone, or did I look at it? Yeah, I did look at everyone. Okay, so she has 2 billion and 4 pence. She has a key, a stiletto blade. I just realized how low res this is relative to everything else. I mean, it's like all pixel art, so of course it looks a little janky. But this is like especially janky to me. Like I think the pixels are bigger on this. Yeah, that's probably why. Clue has been added to the thinking panel. Wait, do I have any? Okay, that's the only clue that I'm... A-G, W-W, well obviously that's Williard Wright. So, Williard Wright over here. M-E... What was... Okay, Amazing Evans. That must be him. Because he's the one with the fucking thing. So, Evans... and Maurice... What is he doing with... Why does he have the stopwatch then? Did he have... Hold on. Did he have any of those... No, he doesn't have a... He doesn't have a ring. So what is he doing with Maurice's thing? To my dear Maurice. Why do you have it? Because this is your room with your shit in it. This looks like a box for the idol. And this is just a piece of junk. Like, why do you have that? Whatever. We'll figure it out. Hopefully next time on Dragon Ball Z. So Maurice Evans. Cool. So she's obviously Annie. Okay. He isn't Ash Blair or his name isn't on here, so I got a hunch. But I want to make sure that I'm right. He is holding the Ash Blair tobacco thing. So he's disguised as Ash Blair. That has to be it. Okay. God, this game's so fucking good. Ash Blair. Okay, this one isn't done. So he's currently playing. These are the current players. Ash Blair. JB. Oh yeah, he has to be John because we got Ash Blair, Johnny. We got Ash Blair, John, and Annie. Yeah. Okay. So we just need to figure out what their names should be. I can only assume that this has to be the tab for these three, right? They're all currently working on a glass of wine. You bought me a drink and then retired upstairs. What does this man have the eyelash? And he's totally wasted. If it wasn't for the B, I would say that he must be Briege and this must be green. Okay. So let's figure this out. Annie Green. So now it's just a matter of matching up the acronyms. JB. There's no J. Oh yeah. I like mentally change it to JT, like Justin Timberlake. Okay, John Briege and Annie Green. Annie has a fucking problem. Crept into Willard Wright's room through the trapdoor. I'm not. What else would it be? Because, I mean, yeah, there's no way that it's because both their doors are locked. He has a key. Well, I mean, she also has a key, but they specifically say Annie with the letter that she has. Anyways, Ash Blair one night, Willard Wright one night. I did not sleep very well last night either, but I'm thriving. I'm surviving. I'm doing my best. Ash Blair, right. Ash Blair crept into Willard Wright's room through the trap door, while Annie Green and John Briege and Oscar Boynton were playing cards with loud music. A fight ensued upstairs, and Willard Wright got stabbed with a dagger. Okay, nice. It's like, why is the dagger not bloody? That's my problem. Okay, so a man going by the name of clever. A man going by the name of Ash Blair crept into Willard's room through the trapdoor to steal something important, but when he opened the music box, it woke Willard up and a fight ensued. In the fracas, the fracas. In the fracas, Ash stabbed Willard and attempted to frame an escaped convict. Oh, I was like, why is this guy important? But apparently he was trying to frame him for murder. You can lie low for a couple days. And since he was he's just around the corner, and the door and the window was broken to pretend like he broke in and got out. I see. Interesting. Good morning, innkeeper. I heard a man was murdered here a week ago. I, deranged convict, did him in. Now bugger off. Tell me more about the evening when Willard Wright died. I will make it worth your while. I saw that fucking red ass. Red thing, you bitch. Okay. Chapter 2, The Cursed Inheritance, The Intoxicating Dinner Party. So this is the first mystery after the demo, and this was also the first one that I remember being completely stuck on. Be sure a fine coat. That's it's making me think of like the baby with the remember the smoking baby? I don't know what else to explain. There was a smoking baby once in real life. Go check it out. It was like I was like I don't know like 2 and he was like smoking cigarettes like an adult. It was hilarious, but bad. Do not give the baby a cigarette. That's not what they're there for. Okay, little Pip, run to the city and grab me some Ash Blair tobacco and a bottle of gin. I will pay you when I am back. David, see? David knows what's good with the Ash Blair. So this has got to be little Pip. Obviously. Toe to tip, this little Pip. Pocket. Overcoat and hat. A box of cigars. Sorry, I'm doing another note. So that's evidence that's related to what you picked up. Instead of... Okay, so sometimes evidence that's only related to what you clicked instead of the evidence itself will be added. So, like, when I clicked on the coats, it just automatically gave me pocket, which I thought was really interesting. With no word or explanation or anything either. That's... OTGI... Kotgi. I just realized the the acronym for this game is Kotgi. That's a very interesting one. Dear Mary, here's something for your diary from me. For you, I would fight a tiger and win. Peter Batley. Sure, man. Dear Miss Richards, I enjoyed your company tremendously when I visited your father last month. Okay, I can rearrange these. I did not realize I could rearrange these until now. So, Mary Richards, obviously, and then Peter Batley. Come on. So when I run into them, I'll know. I enjoyed your company tremendously when I visited your father last month. I am certain that you would wish to hear the rest of my thoughts on the shortcomings of our society. Okay. I mean, I guess he's into politics. So listen to your fucking brother, dude. Never call it shortcomings of our society. That sounds haunting as shit. I invite you and your father to a dinner on April 8th at my manor. Sincerely, Edmund Cloudsley. So she has a letter from Edmund and a letter from Peter. The Peter one is a little bit more recent, I assume, because it dates later. And the person here has a box of cigars. Her hat looks a little beaten up. Overcoat and hat, overcoat and hat. There is a syringe with some liquid left in it, hidden in this thing. Interesting. Alright. Thank you, dear. No, I threw it out. I do not read such dirty literature anymore. I do hope our master's guests are satisfied and that Brian served everything as instructed. So she has a small and simple key and a not small or simple key. The dinner party will take place on April 8th. Everything should be ready before noon. Prepare roasted boar. Young Miss Richards appears to not enjoy meat, therefore prepare some alternative side dish. Vegetarians. in my fucking ancient... in my ancient fucking Italy. Ancient fucking England. There we go. Took me a minute to get there, but we got there. Mrs. Smith, 2 eggs and a pot of tea, each for breakfast. No heavy food for dinner. You're responsible for Lil Pip during all his errands. Mr. Walker, I am to be woken up and dressed at 7. I expect to receive my daily newspaper by noon. Mrs. Baker, I expect all my rooms to be cleaned every day, twice on the days I have visitors. NB, David Gorin's job requires that he may arrive or leave during night. No complaining about this. That's not suspicious. That's not some sus shit at all. Some sussy baka behavior. Brian, sir. So since Mr. Walker is the only one on the list, I'm gonna just say that's Brian Walker is what belongs together. David Gorin is also a match. Baker and Smith are 2 ladies. Smith has 2 eggs and a pot of tea each for breakfast. No heavy food for dinner. Okay, so she's cooking and she's cleaning. So I'm going to assume that she is Mrs. Smith. And she must be Baker. Of course I can give you some candles for your room, Lucia. I assume you're itching to continue reading that scandalous novel. Small little P, Dear Ada, I have to use this letter to share good news. There is no substance to the claims that your late husband used his position to squander church money. The judge has decided to remove all accusations, and you will be no longer a target of baseless gossip. I truly and sincerely hope this will provide some comfort in these dark times when ignorance and impudence go hand in hand. May our Lord steward over our poor souls. This is a really weird sentence, but okay. So this must be Ada Baker, and then she's Lucia Smith. Okay. Door's locked. Stack of candles. Dear Diary, this has been an ordinary day, mostly spent in preparation for tomorrow's dinner event. I do believe the time has come for me to ask for a raise in salary. After all these years, I have loyally worked here. It is a difficult conversation to be had, but I will strengthen my will and talk to Master about it tomorrow. That's, oh my god, that's like a weird thing to think about. Like in this, I mean, there's a very good chance that I'm just different. Like I'm literally just built different. But I do not hesitate to ask my boss for a raise at all. Because I think we are all in this understanding that no one is earning enough money to survive. So, me asking for money is something that's kind of like, yeah, you work here and you do hard work and good work, so of course you want a raise. Like, it's just kind of, me see it as normal. But I also have a really good relationship with my boss, so, again, might just be different. Different strokes for different yokes. Yeah, I always thought that it was really weird that I went to a school where we referred to our teachers by their first names instead of like Mrs. X or Mr. Y. So that kind of also made it a little bit like, yeah, it's really easy for me to end up being chill with authority figures. Then that can be a bad thing. Okay, The Wise Slave. Fables about rulers that make you think. Cool. It says paint and down with parasites. Too long they have feasted on our blood and sweat. Fuck yeah. Union strong or whatever. Okay, it's tobacco. This is David's. David, yeah, you didn't need to tell me that. I recognize that shit from a mile away. Those are the same pockets he had in the first thing. In his debut, if you will. Oh. A bag. A bag in a place where it doesn't belong. Okay. Good to know. I will not change the rule that the staff member who has worked here the longest gets the bottom room. Do not bother me with such nonsense again. Mademoiselle the Lace. Discount the besmirched rubber Lusitana. Is that hers? That's gotta be hers, right? Knife. Pair of twig dolls and a bottle of pink leaf. Oh, this is normal. Once your target has ingested the love potion, establish eye contact and hold it for as long as possible. In most cases, the effects will be felt within 2 days, depending on your own appearances. Interesting. Remember to take the 4th one from every row. Whatever that means. Rallo Cthulhu Star Child. An ink pot. 3 shillings and 2 pence. What'd she say about the book again? Give us the candles. I assume you're itching to continue reading that scandalous novel. I thought she was trying to borrow or lend her a book, not some candles, but yeah, she has candles and she doesn't, so that would make sense that Ada is the one doing this. Is process elimination necessarily a bad thing? Maybe not. Because I was ragging on it earlier, but I did. Some of these, it's kind of like, well, if there's 5 things you have to fill out and things 1 through 4 are kind of given obviously to you, I think the last one being a process of elimination is not necessarily a bad thing. It's just a little bit of a bummer. Such trivial ciphers as reading only the first word of every line are easy to produce on short notice, but extremely unsafe and easy to decode. Consider this example. Money as denominator of value has evolved and changed a lot. Still in savvy hands, it is a powerful tool. Huh. Shit. And, hers said the 4th from every row. I wonder if it has to do with that letter that she got. 1, 2, 3. Use substance to remove target. Sincerely, Dark Hand Steward. I thought that steward was weird as hell. Okay. So she got an order to kill somebody. Monkey Man, Dark Hand. We love Monkey Man. Small bottle filled with an amber liquid. He is the cigarette baby. I'm assuming that the kid fucking... Because only a kid would have a fucking monkey thing, unironically. I guess except for, like, the pair twins, but... I don't know. I feel like unabashed whimsy is not welcome in this household, based on the decorations. And Edmund's entire energy to me. Platinello, Ideal Republic, Visions of a Utopia with order and structure. Suspicious. Okay, Peptic Tonic. Due to the sensitivity of your stomach, I advise abstaining from alcohol for the next month. Also consider a glass of Peptic Tonic before eating to avoid upsetting your digestive system. Okay. Dear Edmund, this cannot continue since my return and move to Sebastian's manor. He has asked for financial support several times. These guys fucking hate Peter so much. It's embarrassing. Peter, this cannot continue. Since my return and move to Sebastian's manor, he's asked for... I can't do her voice. I should not even fucking try. It's so hard. It's gonna be unable to take monetary responsibility. Please, I need your help, my dear brother. Sincerely, Rose Hubert. Dear Edmund, I like your idea. Let's send him to the colonies. Let's send him to a fucking farm to die. Yeah, okay. I want to make sure this was in chronological order. Yes, this is after that last one. Like, you know what? You said send him to the fucking farm and get his ass murdered. Then let's do it. I hear you're having dinner with Lady Mary and her well-to-do father, Lothar. That's not a real name. That's a horrible, that's a shit garbage name. But yeah, Lothar must be her dad. So, if Peter and I were to join you, we could beguile him with tales of adventures in the colonies so we can ship him away. Sincerely, Rose Kubert. Something else that's also very useful about replaying it is that, honestly, I didn't really, I didn't really pay that much attention when I was playing it the first time. So, having the opportunity to take my time looking at these things, he has the idol now. Cool. Good to know. Excuse me! I'm taking my time to look at it now. It's a little bit more interesting. How many things were laid out that I just did not catch. The revolution will come for the likes of you, you crooked bastard. Soon you will pay for your sins against honest folk with your blood. Final Vanguard. Okay. Well, well, Edmund, you seem pretty pleased after the old boy passed away and a spot freed up for you in the House of Lords. Take care of those with whom you ally. I have many friends and will deal with you swiftly if you dare cross me. Lord George Bridges. Edmund Cloudsley, once more. Everyone hates this man so much. How many death threats is this guy gonna get? You should fucking take a hint and reflect, but he's not going to because he's a shitty rich guy from fucking Victorian era England. Once more, you have failed to answer our requisition. This is the last warning you will receive. Your transgressions against us demand amends. The only course of action you have is to surrender yourself to our justice. Last chance for repentance, serpent, or we will unleash one of our stewards upon you. Brotherhood of Masks. Okay, so Darkhand Steward, I remember, was what the letter was coded with, so probably want to put that together. Why can't I put... Oh, I can. It's just... Okay, I'm finding bugs now. Now that I want to, like, go over this with a fine-tooth comb, I'm actually fucking finding bugs all over the fucking place. Dear Uncle, I hear you're interested in Lady Richards. I think you are too old for her. I shall court her instead. Secondly, please stop your 300. I love Peter so much. How fat does his nuts have to be for him to say, hey, you like the girl that I do, so I'm gonna get her because you suck. By the way, give me money. Oh, it is so fucking hilarious. Oh my god, game of the year. Okay, last place. Let me actually... Starting date. Year... Only 9 pounds a year? How much was a pound back then? I'm gonna do like a conversion rate. So... Conversion... Inflation calculator. Pounds. Hold on, it was reading my mind. Fucking Google. Okay, so... 10... Okay, no. Don't give me cookies. Don't give me cookies. Okay, so what... So, 9 pounds in a year, in, what is this, 1787. 1787, cost in 2023. So that's England, so... You're kidding. That's so sad. Okay, so 1169 pounds to dollar. She only got paid like 1,400 for the whole year. Not even 14,000. Oh my god, the economy back then. I guess if she had room and board, I guess it's not that bad, but even then, it's nothing. Oh my god, I could never have been a server. Okay. Peter, you killed my aunt, you devil. I should execute you on the spot. A fork. A pack of cards. Oh my lord, this has nothing to do with me. Note to self, if you get frustrated when working, remember the tale about the rich lord who married his donkey and you will feel better. Yeah, I think this guy is the guy who lives down here. I think our only choices are Brian Walker and Lil Pip. Wait, so 1 shilling, weird key, small key. So, yeah, this one looks like, I'm assuming because it's blue, and it's going to be the one that goes into... Okay. That is one thing. That ensure the beautiful lady sits next to me during dinner, and I'll slip you a shilling, and he got that shilling. So, Peter's definitely sit next to Mary. Might I put Brian of P? The more I try to do a voice, the more my throat just dies. And I'm assuming Lil Pip. Yay! Okay. Where's Peter? My boy Peter Batley. The Peter Griffin of 1787. Okay, so there's water, a roast, A salad bowl, brandy, wine, lemonade. There's so many options to kill people with. The peptic tonic. A half-empty bottle of cloudy liquid labeled peptic tonic. A fan, 4 pounds, rings various gemstones. Lady's not breathing and her face is blotched. Half-empty bottle of cloudy liquid labeled peptic tonic. I guess me being nosy about something I already know. Okay. She does seem rather unwell. It's extremely upsetting. 4 pounds and a shilling. It's poison! Nobody touch a thing and nobody move! I'll send for a doctor right away! He is too old for her. He doesn't even have teeth. He has a nice set of chompers right here. And that's how you know that they are the right age bracket. This is horrible. Okay. Oh my god, I can feel this murdering me already. I remember this one specifically being such a nightmare to try and solve, but I'll try my best. So, Mary Richards and Lothar Richards, I think. And this is Edmund Cloudsley and Rose Cubert. Cool. So, all of those... Okay, I do like the fact that a lot of the stuff you can kind of just carry over from your knowledge to the last chapter. From my understanding, like, they are... Well, I've been playing the DLC, and one of them, they save what you put in, so you don't have to... Like, if there's someone that was in the last chapter that appears again in the next one, then you don't have to put in that info again for, like, their identities and shit. I don't know how I feel about it, because I feel like it's a little bit more satisfying if you can put it in on your own. Just like, yeah, I know who this is. And I'm so wise. Just the act of, like, dragging and dropping things, they make it very satisfying in this game, and I'm a big fan. Okay, so... A salad. Full glass of cloudy liquid. Partially empty glass of clear liquid. Partially empty glass of cloudy liquid. Partially empty glass of red liquid, partially eaten piece of roast, partially empty glass of red, partially eaten salad, a partially smoked cigar. Well, the cigar, it's probably Lothar because he had, like, the cigars in his jacket. I'm assuming that's his jacket because it's right next to Mary's. Right? Yeah. Yeah. I mean, David asked him to get some, but David's not even physically present. So, Lothar... Which one's the cigar? Is this one the cigar one? Okay, so that's the... Okay, this is the partially cleared one. This is the fully cleared one. This one is the... That's the cigar looks so weird, but sure. I think Lothar sat here. And we know that Mary doesn't want greens, or only wants to eat greens, so she probably sat here. And since Peter gave him the shilling, he's either here or here, because he's definitely sitting next to Mary. And the peptic liquid was like the cloudy shit, right? Yeah, the half-empty bottle of cloudy liquid enabled peptic tonic. So the cloudy liquid, Edmund either sat here or here. Everyone drank from the wine. Because there'd be more than one person dead if it was the wine that was poisoned. He's the only one with the water. But, let me double check. Is that full? It's partially empty. So he's the only one with, I assume, water. Yeah. So it's either the water or the... It's either the water or the peptic tonic that's poisoned. Because, like, on one hand, 2 people were served it, but or 2 people had it, but one person didn't drink it. And I think she did. If it was the peptitonic, she did. But if it was the water, then it was... Okay, let's see. I don't know if it's gonna, kill me if I do wrong, but... Water's a weird thing to put poison in, though, because it's so flavorless, but... I guess we'll see. I guess we'll find out. Peter is over here then. Okay. So is it like Peter's over here? If this is wrong as it was before. Okay. So Edmund was here, and Rose... Why the fuck did Rose even have the tonic in the first place? She didn't really need it. Fabric tonic. Consider your stomach advising. Alright. The alcohol abstaining, so he wouldn't have the... Yeah, okay, that makes sense. So consider a glass of peptic tonic before eating to avoid upsetting your digestive system. So she has to figure, like, hey, I need some of that shit. A sealed bottle labeled opium. But there was the syringe by the, in the statue. Fuck. This, yeah, there's like this syringe here with some liquid left. Yes, so someone used that. So even though it's sealed, anyone that has this key could have taken it out. But Brian's the only one with the key that would work with it. However, there's also this string that's tied all the way down with these two keys. Why is... Those keys don't even look like they could be effective at breaking this, because... I mean, it's definitely a pretty simple key, but it's still... Oh, wait, this one is definitely like that. Okay. I'm on to you, bitch. There's sussy baka-ass letter with Dark Hand Steward in it or whatever. 3 loads of bread, some lemons, basket of potatoes, sack of flour, pear. Do we even need this information? Because it's not the food that was poisoned, it was the drinks. And I'm 99% sure it was the tonic. So yeah, we don't really need this. Okay, poisoned the tonic and hid the necessary key in a bag. Because this is like shaped to look like it. Yes, 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 yes. Got a fucking key maker out here. Okay. I think I know what it is. Darkhand Steward wanted Edmund Cloudsley dead, and thus Ada Baker poisoned the tonic and hid the necessary key in a bag. At the dinner party, Rose Hubert ingested the poison and died. Yes! Because she got that jailbroken key. Okay. Ada Baker received encoded instructions from Darkhand Steward to poison Edmund Cloudsley. She used her ability to move freely throughout the rooms while cleaning. And made a copy of the key to the medicine cabinet. I did catch that. She used a syringe to poison a sealed peptic tonic bottle. However, during the party, Rose asked for tonic and drink it first, and died from the poison. Tragic. Hate to see a girl boss lose. The explosive events in the forest cabin. I feel like I should have not put this as like analysis and more just me like literally just playing the fucking game, because I'm more just playing the game that the way you're supposed to, because I didn't really do it before. I kind of just tried to brute force through it a little bit, but now that I'm like taking my time and trying to read and analyze everything, it's a very nice. I mean, I liked it before, but I even like it more now because I'm like it's like sitting and like I'm walking through it slowly, so it's easier to appreciate it. Henchmen for hire in Timberbrook region, Billy Cracker, Oakwood Gang, Brawler and Robber, Hardy Abe, Brick and Workhouse, Brawler has a cart, Little Billy, Hobbs Gang, Burglar, enters through chimneys, Jack Nails, Timberbrook Inn, Burglar and Picklock. Lost Confectionery, hats? Sure, man. Alright. Rest in piss, David. The man is breathing, but appears to have lost. Okay, so he might not be dead. I do not care what means you use to acquire what I need, but remember to be discreet as always. Note that I do not want it to decay. The more recently it has died, the better. What? Okay, one of the old workhouse geezers croaked yesterday. I will arrange for a cart to move the corpse if you send me directions. And be quick before they bury him. I do not want to dig up that stiff. Okay, so someone gave this to him. Consensual grave robbing, I fucking guess. Oh god, there's a new type. So we've had names and objects, and now we have verbs. so it's gonna get a little complicated. That does not look like a coffin to me. It just looks like a fucking scarecrow, whatever. A scarecrow. Oh, this is the... Okay, that's the coffin, and the scarecrow's inside. Okay. Why? I thought he was looking for a corpse. Or maybe it's the decoy that's supposed to be planned after they take it. Who knows? By the gods, what was that? Gentleman robber strikes in Westbrook. The infamous gentleman robber Walter Keene, with a number of unnamed associates, held up a coach on the southern road leading out of Westbrook. The scoundrel robbed the passengers of all their valuables, kissed a young lady, and then left. This is already the 5th robbery by the infamous gentleman, who, as is his custom, appeared wearing an impeccable suit and a new hat in the latest city style. The reward for catching Walter Keene has been increased to £100. And as we know, inflation, is... Oh shit, hold on, okay, I thought that you guys could see me for a second, or like my shit broke. As we have tragically learned prior, inflation is the biggest fake shit on planet Earth and is just insane. Okay, so 1788. 1788. Okay, here we go. Wait, is that right? Okay, yeah, okay, I got confused. So 12,000 pounds. Bad. Quite a bit. Okay. Alright. Back to business. Welcome back to Game Theory. Okay. Word for catching Walter Keene has been increased to £1,000 or £100. $12,000 in today money and freedom dollars. Go, coin, go. Go, coin, go. You must be coin. Everyone, you are not to visit any village or city without my permission. At no point may you disclose the location of the cabin. Mr. David Gorin, you are in charge of all security and arms. Mrs. Lucia Smith, you will taste any food you cook before it is presented to me. Little Pip, you are in charge of Black Bestia and Golden Doubloon. Both must be fed daily. Edmund Cloudsley. Okay, so this is... He called him coin. So I'm assuming this is Golden Doubloon. And we obviously know that this is Lucia Smith. And we obviously know this is Little Pip. The fuck is Little? There you go. Little Pip. David, Gorin. Well, at least we've got all the friends around here. Ah! Insightful. The Ruby Rings back at it again at Krispy Kreme. Wrapped piece of confectionery. Okay, so this is his cart with the Burkham Workhouse, and he hired some henchmen over here. He's definitely wearing at least one of these hats. And this was a gentleman robber. Yeah, okay, I think this is Walter Keene. Okay. Alright, cool. It was closed firm and tight, but the explosion broke the fucking lock. Okay, club, a saw, a loaded pistol, a set of lock picks. I finally have the location of my target. Meet us on November 10th, Friday, in the Timberbrook Inn and bring all your tools. You get your share as we agreed. Walter Keene. You got nails on the hand. You got nails on the brain. Vase. Vase. Yeah, it was definitely like closed shut, and then they just said fuck it. A small weight is tied at the pull-down lever at the back of the idol. This is upside down J. Square. A rotten apple and a green apple. Hi, sir. Vacuum V1. This simply did not work. After I aimed at the sealed vessel and activated the idol, both air and vessel disappeared. Upon further consideration, it was an obvious mistake. The sealed vessel, both the air and the vessel disappeared. Okay. this is upside down J and that. Attempted with this input, and it was a definite improvement. It decreased the amount of air, but curiously, still did not create a complete vacuum in the sealed vessel. Decreased air. I assume that this is decrease. And that must be increase, maybe? We'll see. Let's keep looking at this old man's notes. Okay, gold filtering. Cool. Money laundering. You can just say that and get real about it. The target must contain some gold for this to work. Seawater is a suitable target, for example. However, a great deal of seawater would be required for this to yield any significant amount. Perhaps I could try it on a ship in an open sea. First step, get gold by aiming at the target. Second step, aim at empty vessel to retrieve it. Okay, so it needs to be decreased from the object before you can increase it to a different object. Interesting. Science, mathematics, etica. Okay, so that's gold. And this one, air and vessel disappeared. But this just had the air disappear. So we don't know what this is yet, but we can say that this one is most likely air. Unknown effect. Increase, circle, line. We can't fill that in. If the implications of this are what I surmise, this could be a tremendous discovery. The next step is to progress from fruit to some more advanced organic matter. I must ask David to fetch me a dead body for further experiments. This is vitally urgent. I see. But yeah, this is not... Well, there's this. I have no idea what that would be. Hold on, this is... Yeah, that's a really common thing that's used for everything, apparently. You cannot combust the target if you have not performed the freezing beforehand. Interesting. The speed at which heat is increased appears to be influenced by how strongly I press the trigger and how long I have performed the decrease before it. Interesting. Observation. Freezing the target rapidly can create curious side effects. For instance, I should be careful when freezing water in a sealed bottle. It exploded and the glass shards flew everywhere. That's not what he was doing here, though, was it? Yeah, because that's just increase air. But he... Careful if I'm freezing water in a sealed bottle. It exploded and the glass shards flew everywhere. So he pumped it full of air and made it... Okay. Because you can get air everywhere. That one's easy to get. Upon pulling the trigger, if the glyph input is meaningful, the idol will perform the intended action on the target can see. If its eye is red, it is ready to input the increase, and it will turn blue afterwards. If the eye is blue, you can only perform decrease input, and it will turn red afterwards. Okay. So this is increase. I believe that has to be matter, and this that's heat, right? Let me double check. Yeah, because that's okay. All right. And is it? I'm pretty sure it is, because it looks like him, and he has like the EC on his. Yeah, I'll just put down his head, man. And he had the nails on his thing, so I'm assuming that was the guy named Nails, but I could be wrong. He also had lockpick shit on him, I think. Yeah, Jack Nails. Can't get more straightforward than that. I assume Billy Cracker's gotta be the one with the actual, like, club, right? Because you crack people's skull open with a club. Yes? Brawler. Oh, no. This... Okay, yeah, this is probably his cart that he supplied, so he's Hardy Abe. Yes, okay. Billy Cracker was out and busy today. Blank needed a blank. Okay. Blank needed a blank along with blank needed a blank. Blank along with accomplices delivered a blank. Upon entering blank, suddenly blank blank. Wah 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 wah. It feels very fucking Peanuts over here. Okay, so admin Clouds needed a corpse. We know that. You can see that from here. Letter pretty clearly lays it out. David Gorin, along with accomplices, delivered a corpse. Or should I put coffin? I'll put coffin, I guess. I'll just put corpse. No, upon entering blank, suddenly blank, a loaded pistol. I want to see if someone shot somebody. I just didn't notice. Club. Loaded pistol. Everyone's pistols are loaded. No one shot anybody. Don't give me that red herring, man. A pistol loaded. Okay, yeah. No one's shot anybody. This is a gun-free household. Thank fucking God. Upon entering blank, suddenly blank. Blank. Meanwhile, Edmund Cloudsley increased the amount of air in a sealed vase when Hardy, Abe, and Jack Nails entered the room. The vase exploded and killed them both. I just don't know what this upon entering blanks suddenly blank blank. Is it Golden Doubloon suddenly attacked? No, club attacked isn't an option. The man is breathing but appears to have lost consciousness. That looks like a head wound. I wish the weapons were bloody, because that's usually like a bigger giveaway for like what it's supposed to be. So we just kind of think, I get why, because it does add a little bit of challenge, but it's still just kind of like a little bit like, how am I supposed to know this? Hardy, Abe, clubbed, David, Gorin? No. Because the rest of this I'm pretty sure is right. But I think, was it David Gorin that got hurt? Was it Hardy Abe? Was it Jack Nails, actually? Or is it the coffin? Not helpful. Let me try Hardy Abe again. With the coffin and the corpse. Needed a... I'll just do corpse for that. Along with accomplices. Was it Walter? Walter? Yeah, because they were here for something completely unrelated, weren't they? Let me see. I found the location of my target. Meet us on November 10th, Friday, in the Timberbrook Inn and bring all your tools. You get your share as we agreed. So I think it was unrelated. Like, he made it sound like... These letters did a good job of making it sound like he's trying to make it this place as discreet as humanly possible. Okay, not permitted to visit any village or city. At no point may you disclose the location. Yeah. Yeah. So no one should know that he's here. But why would he hide out here? Unless he was the target for Walter. Okay, then maybe that was it. Walter Keene, along with accomplices, delivered a... Okay, yeah, the Scarecrow was there because it was a... He swapped it. Okay. He's the one that fucking gaslit Edmund. Okay. Upon entering, Hardy Abe suddenly clubbed. Okay. To gain entrance to Edmund Cloudsley's secret forest cabin, gentleman robber Walter Keene pretended to deliver a corpse to Edmund for his experiments. On entering the cabin, the robbers ambushed the servants and Edmund locked himself in his study. While the robbers were sawing through the lock, Edmund prepared a trap with the idol that killed 2 of the intruders. I see. Weirdly, the limitations of this idol seem to just invite more chaos on how to use it, and creative uses TM. Then, Sir Coroner, the bandits accidentally set off my master's laboratory chemical ingredients. What happened afterwards? I managed to fend the rest of them off, but my master, Lord Edmund Cloudsley, got caught in the blast, which severely disfigured him, and soon afterwards he died, bless his soul. This is where the wacky shit comes in. Part of me wants to start this, but part of me is like, the stream I want to go into, the stream I want to raid into is like 30 minutes, but yeah, we can just... Let me try this. Chapter 3, The Ascent, The Strange Practice of a Secretive Society. This is when it gets wacky. This is when it gets goofy and silly and crazy. Hi there. Hi, sir. The tattoo depicts a hand and an eye. It sure does. Okay, a loaded pistol, coil of rope, shabby formal coat, dagger, ashblare tobacco, David... Oh, this looks like David Gorin stuff. David... The gathering will be on March 14th. To follow our plan, we should be there at least 2 hours before midnight. The target will arrive in full costume. Grab rope and weapons. Okay, so he obviously planned to steal this guy with Walter. Loaded pistol, goofy hats. His signature, a list of goofy hats to wear at the next soiree. I love it. Love to see it. He even left his hat behind. To thinking panel, dark hands, proud beasts, and water snakes. Okay, so the hand is here. Brothers wear robes appropriate to their rank. Master, steward, and initiate. So he was the dark hand initiate? Yeah, dark hand initiate, because he had the one... Yes. Dark hand initiate. We're so smart. Okay. Wait. I think that was... Wasn't that the thing that was over Sebastian's, bed? Fuck, the foreshadow of this game is so fucking insane. Okay. January 5th, 1798, or 1789. Masters, I ventured on the Order's mission to reclaim our fire-breathing relic and, with great resolve, punish the despicable enemy. I, with a few brave companions, fearlessly entered his hideout in a remote hunting cabin. But the devil had prepared a treacherous trap and an explosion slaughtered my dearest friends as we entered his study. Thanks to my sturdy physique, I survived the blast, only to be assaulted by the enemy's lackey, assassin warrior David Gorin, and a pack of bloodthirsty hounds. Hold on. Okay, so... I ventured on the Order's mission to reclaim our fire-breathing relic, and with great resolve. The fire-breathing relic must be the idol, and with great resolve punish the despicable enemy. I, with a few brave companions, fearlessly... Okay, yeah, this is Walter Keane. Okay, I was about to say that this sounds like what Walter just did. Walter. Because he did... I'm assuming he got that thing. Okay. Because why wouldn't he? Especially since he knew about it. Fire-breathing relic. I, with a few brave companions, fearlessly entered his hideout and road counting down. Okay. Explosion killed them. He survived the blast, and then got hit by David. And a pack of bloodthirsty hounds. It was just one dog. Look at this fucking loser. After an hour of fight, I received numerous deadly wounds, in spite of which I prevailed and defeated my assailants with my martial training. This guy's such a fucking loser. He is gassing himself up so hard. He was just like, oh, I showed up, everyone died, and then I just kind of took a cool doll and skedaddled. Like, come on, get over yourself. I discovered the enemy's dead body, slain by the trap of his own making, but no trace of the relic. I am forced to go into hiding because the government's watchmen are tracking me. Once I have recovered from my deadly wounds and shaken off the watchmen, I will send you the report. May the Griffin awaken, Walter Keane. So he's a cultist. Masters, I must apologize 1,000 times for my... Okay, October 20... Okay. Oh my god, 10 months of fucking gaslighting, or not fucking paying attention to people. Masters, I must apologize 1,000 times for my absence. My road to recovery was full of peril and valor that cannot be sufficiently conveyed in writing. The government dogs and spies chased me tirelessly, and I was forced to seek refuge in Aquitania to recover from my still dire wounds. There, I finally bested my pursuers with the help of Lazarus Hurst, a young resourceful gentleman whom I met in a remote manor one dark winter's night. Not only did he earn my trust by stepping into the fray against the villains, but he turned out to be well-versed in the arcane arts. Of course, not yet close to your skills. I have finally recovered and plan to return to Albion. I suggest that Lazarus would be a fine addition to the Order. I vouch for him, and will invite him to undergo the appropriate trial. May the Griffin awaken, Walter Keane. January 16th, 1790. Next year. Okay. Illuminated Masters, I object to the admittance of the individual Lazarus Hearst to our brethren. I submit that our dark-hand brother Walter Keene, who vouches for him, cannot be trusted because he is a liar and a thief. Well, he's not wrong. Okay. I am certain that, on dispatching our enemy, he kept the golden fire-breathing relic for himself. Nothing will move me on this. He must produce the relic, apologize personally to me, and afterwards be expelled from our brotherhood. Sir Geoffrey Sinclair. Crazy ass. Alright, man, whatever. Cool. Hey guys, how's it going? Corpse City, New Jersey. Done when an accuser has challenged a defender. Both drinkers must be barefoot. They sure are. The substance is added depending on the severity of the accusation, including deadly poison. Add substance to one of the cups. Defender chooses first. Accuser chooses the remaining. Both partake in the wine. Okay. Ritual of Squabble. Only initiates can be defender and accuser. The sword must be borne by any dark hand. Required decoration of the hall. The Grim... Okay, so... I assume this is like something that's supposed to be tied to it. The Grim Reaper, never-ending, never-tiring teacher, and the Theater of Mouths. Grim Reaper, never-tiring teacher. But this is a key. I would not call it the Theater of Mouths. Ritual of Conflict. The accuser must deeply hate the defender. I think that qualifies. The story must be borne by any initiate. Required decorations of the hall. The never-tiring teacher, the keeper of treasures, and the mirror of the soul. We don't have any of those in here, I don't think. What the fuck would be the mirror of the soul? Would that just be a normal mirror? Whatever. Ritual of dispute. Only stewards or higher rank can be defender and accuser. The scepter must be borne by Water Snake Master. Required decorations of the hall, the keeper of treasures, the never-tiring teacher, and the Grim Reaper. Keeper of treasures, never-tiring teacher. Okay. So it's dispute. Is that? Yes. Okay. Scepter must be borne by the Water Snake Master. So that's gonna be you. The Griffin has spoken. Water Snake Master. Okay. Ritual of Discord. The houses of the accuser and defender stand behind their brothers. The scepter must be borne by Dark Hand Master. Okay, we don't really need this. we already know what this is. The Griffin has spoken. Okay. It's a tray with a small vial of an unknown substance. Looks like poison to me. The Griffin has spoken. The Griffin has spoken. I agree to sign the contract. I agree to sign the contract. That's what this is giving. Ruby ring. Let us await the results from the chamber below. Okay. Normal. What's in the chamber below? I have signaled to Griffin who I am. I accept my fate, whatever it may be. Inception. You must endure the test of snail. Snail, fire, water, tree. Yep, yeah, sure. Evaluation. You must endure the tests of tree, fire, time, water. Administered by Darkhead Steward or Master. Transition. You must endure the test of star, fire, water, snail. Administered by Water Snake Master. Admission. You must endure the tests of snail, time, water, star. Administered by any okay, so it's probably Inception or Admission. If I had to guess. What the fuck is this? They're so... Well... Fish out of water. It was water or the third one for any of these? Ah! Water's the third one for both of them. That's a guy who's trying to eat, but he can't. That's a guy who's poorly dressed for the winter. Can I, like... I don't know if I can brute force this one. Brute forcing this game is really hard, which I think is a really good asset for it, to be honest. Inception, you must endure the test of snail, fire, water, tree, or snail, time, water, star. Administered by Proud Beast Steward, and administered by any master. Prepare to receive what you have earned. So that's a Proud Beast initiate. Okay, February 10th, 1790. My brother. Yeah, because, okay, these are different people. Any master or Proud Beast steward. So, depending on who this is, can also tell us what it is. Okay. Maybe this will be easier to figure out. Brother, a member of our order has proposed to a new candidate to join our brotherhood. Our brother's trustworthiness, however, has been challenged. Therefore, we have decided to take measures to resolve the fate of these individuals. If the brother proves himself, he can vouch for the newcomer. If the newcomer survives the appropriate trial, he will join our ranks. You are summoned to join our gathering on March 14th and fulfill your role in the rites of the Brotherhood. Council of Masters. Okay. Brothers wear robes appropriate to their rank. Brothers wear masks appropriate to their house. Okay. So this is Water Snake, and this is Master. So with this being said, Master over here, I assume Stew? Okay. So he is any Master, and he's not wearing the Master robe, so he has to be Proud Beast Steward. Nice. So, Proud Beast Steward, Ritual of Inception, in that case. And this must be the Proud Beast mask. And this is the Steward. So this has to be, oh yeah, Initiate. Excuse me. And then, Proud Beast Water Snake. Where's the third one? I can never find the third one for any of these. Oh yeah, Dark Hand. Wait. Okay. So Ritual of Inception, Proud Beast Steward. I assume this is Lazarus because he won the fucking Beyblade duel. It's a very interesting thing to call this situation, is a Beyblade duel. Okay, so now we just have to fill these in based on who they are. This is Dark Hand Steward. This is Dark Hand Initiate. Proud Beast Master. And Water Snake Initiate. Is it not Dispute? Okay, what did I have wrong? Oh, I think I'm supposed to find out who this is. Because it... Yeah, okay, this is like an either X or Y kind of situation. I think. So one of these is Jeffrey, I believe. Jeffrey Sinclair. Who challenged Walter Keane to a duel. Excuse me. The fact that there's a Dark Hand Initiate here, and the Dark Hand Initiate got captured by Walter and David? I don't know who's wearing the... David has to be wearing it, right? Because Walter is already known in the... Yeah. Okay, so... I think... Right? Please? Yay! Okay. So, we got that this was the Ritual Dispute. Because of the shit that was around. This is the Water Snake Initiate. It's Proud Beast Steward. I'm so glad that... Okay, there's another instance of, like, you can find out two ways. Because, like, I think the first time I played this, the way that I figured this out was just, like, there's cooking here that you eat, and that has to do with heat. So I went with Inception instead of Admission. Not that the fucking tree made any sense at all, but... Nature, I guess. Whatever. And then the water because of the fish, and this looks like a snail, kind of, because he has his house on his back, like a snail does. And that was how I figured out how to do this one. And then... I think Lazarus actually took me a minute to figure out, because again, I was not doing a good job paying attention the first time I played this, unfortunately. Two cups on a stone altar. They contain some wine, but are almost empty. So both of them drank, definitely. This isn't a matter of, like, someone gaslighting someone else and faking their death. So he knew he was being challenged to a duel as well. He did say Dark Hand Brother as well, which really helps with figuring this out. Okay. I'm so wise and sexy and smart. Okay. So... Wait. Walter Keane was challenged to a... Oh, dispute ritual. He, along with blah blah, ambushed Wah Wah. Wah Wah poisoning as Wah 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 to Wah Wah with a Wah which Wah had no Wah. Wah Wah Wah. The other Wah and died. Meanwhile, Wah Wah passed the Wah ritual to become Wah Wah. Ah! They said to take Mucinex every 6 hours. I think I need an IV drip of it, actually. Oh my god, my phlegm's so bad. I think it's because the air has also gotten really dry over here. I don't know where it came from, because I shouldn't say I don't know where it came from. Like, it was unseasonably warm for like a good it was unseasonably warm for like a good like month, maybe more like 2 or 3 weeks, but like still it was crazy how nice it was for the last couple weeks. And now it's suddenly cold again, and that might just be why everything feels so dry. My lips are dry, my throat is dry. It's a conflict. My throat is dry, but also covered in phlegm. I should talk about something that isn't phlegm related. Look at how cool this game is. Okay, so I have mixed feelings about the ambiguity of these. Like, it's interesting, but like I guess in this case it's like actually relevant and important to put it this way. I should not be shit talking it, but. Like, in this part. But, like, in this part, it just makes it, like, feels like it unnecessarily inflates the difficulty to me. But that's most likely because I'm just not good at video games. A lot of this is me, like, actively looking for signs of what I, missed before. Because, like, okay, something that also bugs me a lot about this game. I'll just real quick show you. The hint system, in my opinion, is totally useless. Like, earn a hint. Let's go with the scalpel. I'll just show you how it works. I don't need one because I'm so sexy and smart and I know everything and everyone loves me. And, gaslight. Saw, ink pot. I actually kind of like the method, though. I like the fact that you have to sort of like, okay, so what do you actually know about what's going on? Just proof that you're paying attention. And it just feels nice to drag and drop things. So, let's see. These are your hints you can choose. I don't need help with the ritual downstairs, because I just solved that. I don't need help with the ritual upstairs either, because I just solved that too. On the ranks and mass, I figured that out. On the secret identities of people present, I figured that out. Okay, my bad. I accidentally clicked one. But it's like, I know it's not like it can detect where you're at, but it would be nice if it could tell, like, okay, so this is what you've deduced so far. So what do you need to get you to the next stop in solving this? It'd be really nice if that was, like, actually something that's actively detected. But it kind of just has, like, these are the 4 things that are, like, really important and will really help you out. Which is a good thing. Excuse me. To help you figure out, and I'm glad that it's not like very direct either. The fact that it's like really indirect like this is objectively very smart, because they do still want you to I like it when games have something that helps you without making the game go easy mode, and I think this is a really good job or a really good attempt to do that. But again, it just makes it so that some of the hints are just blatantly unhelpful. Because like Hades does a really good job of that as an example for like God mode, and how it like definitely makes things easier, but does not take away from the whole we need to continue, like, it doesn't take away from the feeling of struggle that he goes through trying to go out of hell again and again and again. Like, that's not taken away by the Please understand. I hope what I'm saying is like making any sense. It's like making it accessible without removing the soul of it, I guess, is the best way to put it, even though that's way more abstract, but it's a really good TLDR. I hope that makes sense. Well, my friend, there are 3 colored rows, which represents rank, and 3 masks, which represent houses. You do not need to fill in everything about each chamber. Just finding out where rituals take place in which chamber will help you understand the ranks and houses of the brothers present. Which to me just feels completely unhelpful. I mean, the rituals, I guess, do help. But I think with what I remember from what I did, I kind of could not figure out what the ritual was between Inception and what was it? Inception and Admission, because to me both of those made sense, because he's like getting indoctrinated into the cult or whatever, and if you admit someone into it, or I think Inception is like the beginning, so like both of those things make sense. Like all of these make sense but evaluation, because like he's already kind of gotten the in through nepotism, but all three of these still make sense. And then it's kind of like, I think I literally just like, okay, so what is this guy's name then? He's initiating him as a proud beast initiate. It's too good to know on that. But yeah, he's the steward. I had to figure that out based on the last ritual. And then I could figure out what this was. So it's not like it's an invalid way to solve it, obviously. So like, what was this? Just finding out what the rituals so find out the rituals first, and then you'll find out the identities, which is like, I mean, objectively true, but only with one of them. This other one was like, fucking snail. These are such meaningless fucking pictures. This snail one makes sense and the water one makes sense, but when like both of them have that, it's like, okay, hamburger, help me. What is the rest of this supposed to fucking mean? Because I figured star because the sun's here and the absence of the star made him cold. So like, what does the tree is it like nature? Whatever. I like the fucking fire, I'm bullshitting. I'm just pulling it out of my ass. Like, there's food here. Food needs cooking. Cooking needs heat and fire and shit. So, Walter Keane was challenged to a ritual. He, along with, I think David Gorin, right? Because he's right there. And his possessions were back there. Yeah. Okay, so ambushed Dark Hand Initiate. David Gorin posing as Dark Hand Initiate. Signaled... Is it a signal? I don't know. It's hard to tell. He's got a little tankard, which I assume he poured the wine out of. But this guy has the poison. So how would he know which one's being poisoned? Was it like prepared in the same room? Or what? I assume that has to be the case, right? Otherwise he wouldn't know how to really gesture it to him. Posing as Dark Hand Initiate, signaled to Walter Keane with a tankard. There it is, tankard. I slept kind of normal last night. I don't know why I'm so EPDP. With a tankard, which cup had no poison. Jeffrey Sinclair drank the other cup and died. Meanwhile, Lazarus Hurst passed the Ritual of Inception to become, what was it, a Proud Beast Initiate? Yeah, Proud Beast Initiate. That's, I assume it's Proud Beast because the furry shit. Yep. I thought that said Haters Mix for a second. Like, oh my god, I would love to be a part of the Haters Mix. Okay, Proud Beast Initiate. Cool. After being challenged to a ritual with potentially deadly consequences, Walter conspired with David to devise a plan which would ensure his own safety. They captured a Brotherhood member on his way to the gathering. David took his costume so that, during the ritual of dispute, he could indicate to Walter which cup was poisoned. Therefore, Walter chose the safe cup, and his opponent drank the poison and died. Okay, so, there's exactly 1 minute left until the stream that I want to watch starts. I don't know. I'll go over my notes a little bit. I do not have very many, because, I mean, I've already tried to analyze this game a little bit with a fine-tooth comb. Excuse me, sorry, but, like, what did we learn about this game? What have learned? So, what I learned is, there's feedback when all clues have been found. I actually did not realize that before. I know it sounds like a painfully obvious thing, but, like, it's one of those things that became so subtle that I, like, ended up not really noticing it. I feel like I should just go to hold on, let me go to my face. Hi. Yeah, so one thing I learned about this game, can actually probably pull up my notes, can I? Well, yeah, feedback when all clues have been found. That's a really good thing. That's another thing that I fucking hate about Case of the Golden Idol, not Case of the Golden Idol. Return of the Oberdeen also had that when it was like the faces became more clear when you had all the things that you needed to solve the puzzle. I liked how much foreshadowing I realized was in this game. There's a lot of foreshadowing for the twist of the second mystery. I should probably fucking turn on my desktop audio too. Not that. That's not what I meant to do. Shut up. Shut up. It probably sounds horrible with the EDM or the fucking cyberpunk track I got on this. Foreshadowing is done with really innocuous evidence that contributes nothing to the mystery that you're focusing on, and it's super... Well, I hesitate to say it contributes nothing to the mystery because there was that dark hand thing with Ada. But some of it was still very innocuous, like the rings that everyone has that seem connected in some way. Let me see. Sometimes evidence that's only related to what you clicked instead of the evidence itself will be added. Like if you clicked on this, then it would like just give you the pocket automatically. I thought that was really interesting, especially since the hints or the stuff in Golden Idol is so abstract that you kind of need that little bit of wiggle room. I'm a big fan. I really like this game a lot. There's a lot to learn from it. I'm also trying to think of like other things that I picked up on from this game. Hold on. Fuck. Okay. So what else did I pick up on from this? I mean, I just kind of picked up on the clues a lot better now that I understood what the answer was. It's a lot easier to figure out what the clues are. I can go back to Geidel. Hi. So like this literally, it took me days to figure this out. This is how hard it was to read. I'm such a goblin. I was so set on it being the lemonade, being what poisoned him, but like, no, it was the peptic tonic. I just thought that, because like, this is also non-alcoholic, and this is non-alcoholic too. Was it drank from though? Yeah, and this was drank from. So that doubly made me like, it's the water. Yes! Especially since everyone had access to the water. So like anyone could have poisoned it at any time. Except for like I thought it was Brian because he had the key. And then I realized that like so he's the only one that could have gotten to the opium, I think, was in there. And that's what he used to poison him. I didn't even realize that it was sealed until now. But yeah, the syringe makes sense. Ada makes sense now that I figured out I couldn't figure out how to decode the thing was my problem. Because it said like the first ones are everything, so I kept going for the first ones for her stuff, and I just completely forgot about the fourth one from every row. And no matter how much I combed, it took me so long to figure this one out. I feel so smart for... part of it is just me remembering, but part of me is like, let me hunt down clues I did not notice before. I thought these fucking keys were pointless, but now that I see that there was like an actual like way this was made, and it was carried over to the bag, I thought that was just really clever. I'm like, okay, so there was a locksmith that made a key for her. Like, that's really cool. Oh, there's so many little details of this game that I really love a lot. I love mysteries. I wish I was better at designing them. The extra challenge that I have when it comes to trying to design my game is how, what is it? So my game is going to be a mystery with 3 different culprits, and by that I mean each culprit is a valid answer to what the mystery is supposed to be. Or, yeah, valid solution, I guess, to the puzzle, so to speak. So I'm trying to, like, figure out how to make it feel like, I'm getting, like, the feel of this a little bit better now that I'm, like, playing it again and understanding what the answers are and how I'm supposed to get to them. But it's even better to be like, hey, let's be smart about this. Hold on. I'm sorry. I'm just so... At this point, I'm kind of stalling a little bit because I want to play Bad Game Bingo so bad, but I assume something's going on. Either that or they just straight up did not advertise it as starting? I would believe that, actually. No. Ooh, I hope he's okay. Yeah, okay. So I actually guess I'm not gonna raid into this one because I'm kind of running out of steam. But next time, oh my god, do not miss next time. Next time is going to be a Valentine's Day stream, so I'm gonna be streaming on Wednesday. I know a lot of people are probably gonna be spending time with their partner or partners and stuff. Not me. Or I guess technically me. It'll make sense when you see the stream. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. Bye.